All right, we're back. So today was an interesting day. I was on live, and I kind of want to review quote unquote two mixed trades. Really and truly, it's only one. First one doesn't really apply, but it's very interesting to see the development of price and how price really and truly moved during the session today. Right. So we had 10 o'clock news, which isn't here. I wasn't trading before 10 o'clock, but if you go back to my live call, live stream, you see, I pretty much called out where I expected price to go a little bit. I expected us to come into these equal lows, really and truly. These equal lows here. Let's draw it out real quick. Expect us to come into these equal lows in here. All right, we have, oh, sorry, these equal lows in here, and ultimately go higher from this point. Now, as you can see, we went lower. Cool, fine, no issues at all. But my only thing was we didn't have any form of a FEG or inverse FEG that we could take. The only thing we had was this one in here, right? So this is actually the one that I missed. The reason I missed it is because I signed out. I didn't want to take a bad trade um, with the development of price today. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. So when price came into this area, I was like, all right, cool, no issue. Let's see if we can break. Obviously, we didn't. We respected it. This is one, two, three taps on this. I was like, I'm not really liking it. And down into this area, I was like, look, right now, I don't think this one's going to work out. Let me just sign off. But if we really do look at it, this is the only inverse available in this entire leg, for being honest. So, in theory, it is valid, right? Come in, get in like this, and this is actually risk reward on this particular trade would have been fantastic. Target the high, and that's the 4R risk reward. And if you want to push it a little bit longer, something I've been testing for the PM session, which I think I'm going to introduce into the AM session, is when we have a manipulation, my target is going to be the two standard deviations. My full target is going to be two standard deviations, right? So you can see our two standard deviations is here. This is the closest liquidity point to it. Boom, we smack it in very quickly, actually. Let's just kind of check it here. Smack it in 7 minutes. All right. So that would have been the second trade, and this is the one that's valid, but I didn't take. Signed off somewhere in here, 10:30. Um, so yeah, that's the first one. Now the second one, which was also valid, however, it was invalid. It was a good setup, but because of time, invalid. I do not trade before news, and we had 10 a.m. news, which is these candles in here. So I was like, look, I'm not trading that. Um, I started and everything, but I was like, nah, I'm not trading it. However, it did work out very nicely, right? You can clearly see close below. You're able to get an entry here. I'm sure someone took it, right? You get an entry here. Um, you would target these lows, or where are the three equal ones? Yeah, these are the three equal ones here. You target those ones easy 4R. Now, unfortunately, this one would have been a break-even trade. If we entered here, price would have come down to my break-even point, come back up, taking me out, break even, and then rolled over. So those are the two opportunities that were presented today and possible today, but unfortunately wasn't able to get in either of them. But it's okay. I'm not tripping over it. My bias has been pretty good as of late, really and truly, and I'm really, really happy with that. And even on if you go back to my the live stream, the beginning of my live stream, I said, look, we can come and take out this previous high, the H1 high, which price did do over here. If I can find that entry again, yeah, entry is here. right? On this candle, stop below it. Not only this high, even though that's where I'm targeting, right? If you wanted it more on a swinger, or maybe more of a day trade basis, you can easily come up here, which is a 6 hour trade. So looking at these things in live time has been helping me a little bit, especially with confidence. I mean, my bias has been spot on recently, and I'm really liking where it is that my trading is developing, how it's developing, and we're getting somewhere, right? Now it's just a matter of being on the charts when those trades come about and actually taking them. Um, Yesterday it wasn't on the charts. Yesterday I had some errands to do. It was my first off day in forever. But there was another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade in here, which is in this leg. We come through, we sweep liquidity very aggressively. We come through. We have, oh man, this is an A plus. This is textbook. I mean textbook. Push aggressively, V recovery. We close above, entry on the open of the candle, stop below the this candle that pushes through, and these ones price never comes back. This is almost like a guaranteed win, believe it or not, almost like a guaranteed win. And we go to the two standard deviations of our manipulation leg. So this is the push. You go two standard deviations, which is pretty much this high. I would just target this high. Once I see that line up, boom. This is again another 6 hour trade. Now, am I holding full volume 6 hour? Absolutely not. How I typically like to do it, um, the nearest liquidity around 50% of this range, or PD rate at this range, is where I like to take 50% of my profits, right? Break even point is here, right? So once we come here, break even. And where I had it was actually this low, which is actually the daily, not daily, sorry, the hourly low that was put in. Is this the hourly low? 1 second. Is it hourly or 15 minute? I just want to double check that real quick. Right, the 15-minute low. There we go. It's actually the 15-minute low that put in. So this would be basically like a reactionary point, which did end up happening. Right, we came in, pushed lower, and then we pushed on off. So that would have been the trade there. Really, really, really good trade the uh on yesterday, which is March 31st. And easily up to that two standard deviations in I think a couple hours. I don't usually hold trades that long, but I want to get into holding trades a little bit longer, especially once we hit that first profit target, go break even, and that's the end of that. So this would have been about 2 hours. So I'm really liking where my trading's developing, and I'm really excited for the future and what the future kind of holds. I think I'm starting to see the market easily. I'm starting to understand where price wants to go, especially for that singular hour that I'm trading, or hour and 15 minutes that I'm trading. Um, and now I'm starting to back test power hour, which is well, what I call power hour, which is essentially from the last hour of trading during the day. So that's 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon session. I just started doing some back testing there, so I also like how that's back testing is going right now. I'm at 75%, I think. Um, and those ones I'm only trading if there is some form of a manipulation. And to be quite honest, when you get that manipulation, man, it really makes trading so much easier. Just waiting for that manipulation, man. And that's what I'm trying to do now, right? I mean, I saw this was the manipulation, but entries were a bit tough. Um, Especially since we had four taps on it before we decided to break it. So yeah, feeling really good about where it's going. And that's just kind of a market review from today and ultimately yesterday.